Absentee voting for the upcoming primary June 2nd election was supposed to begin tomorrow, but that is not going to happen.
This week, auditors across the state made announcements saying that ballots will not be ready.
KELOLAND's Sydney Hoyer joins us now to share how people are responding to the news.
We spoke with auditors from several counties this week about some of the challenges they're seeing with the upcoming election. Today, I spoke with the ACLU about how they're helping voters understand this information and what concerns they have. Friday should be the start of absentee voting for South Dakotans, but that won't be the case. Auditors say a late petition deadline is the reason for delay.
The timeline was a problem because the last Tuesday of March, which was the deadline wording for petitions, fell on the 31st of the month. Typically that might fall 5-6 days before the end of the month.
But an advocacy group points to new election laws and says these problems could have been avoided.
It's not just a calendar issue. There could have been a legislative fix to that, and there was an attempt to remedy this exact situation, prevent it from happening.
In response to these delays, the ACLU is asking the Secretary of State's office to give voters the full amount of days to send in their ballots.
They are the top election official in the state, so essentially the buck stops with them. What we've asked the Secretary of State's office to do is to extend the deadline by which absentee ballots can be counted to right size whatever number of days are cut off until ballots are available.
Two candidates running for Secretary of State also responded to the delays. In a statement, Republican candidate Heather Baxter said, quote, "Timing issues are critical, and I look forward to working with all stakeholders as Secretary of State to ensure this doesn't happen again." Also in a statement, Democratic candidate Terrence Davis said, quote, "When ballots aren't ready on time, it creates unnecessary barriers for voters and erodes public confidence." Secretary of State Monet Johnson's office sent out a statement today saying, quote, "I stand in support of our county auditors and the excellent work they do every day. There is no such thing as working 8 to 5 when it comes to elections, and we should all be grateful for their dedication to the election process."
Thank you, Sydney. Well, KELOLAND News is your local election headquarters, and on our website we have a special page dedicated to all of our election-related stories. You can find key dates, who the candidates are, how to find your legislative district, and so much more. Just navigate to the Your Election Headquarters page on KELOLAND.com.